Hey guys, it's Dan, your host, your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for today. This one's going to be doing another video. This one's going to be going over the first 10 minutes of The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 2 premiere. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing an interview today. This one's going to be doing an interview for The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, The Book of Carol. Happy Comic-Con Day, guys. Everybody, happy Comic-Con Day. It's always fun to do, of course. I'm excited for the Daryl Dixon Season 2 trailer and a Dead City sneak peek teaser, whatever we're about to get. In addition to everything else, we have, Marvel stuff, Star Wars stuff, whole bunch of stuff. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to cover today, a lot of stuff to go over, probably lots of videos. So stay tuned for that. And we'll be breaking down all that fun stuff once it comes out. But we're going to start things off on something pretty cool. We got the first 10 minutes of Daryl Dixon Season 2. So, I know some people don't like to watch these because it kind of ruins the episode. I'm at the point where I'm like, I'll take anything Walking Dead at this point. We've had nothing since, like, March. So, I'm definitely going to take what I can get. And this opening scene is on AMC+, so if you're wondering where you can watch it, you gotta have AMC+, go ahead and check it out. You can check out the first 10 minutes. It's up there for y'all to stream. Check it out. And, yeah, it's really good. It's really, really good. So, we're gonna go into it. We're gonna talk a little bit about it, and it's gonna be, kind of like a mini review, because, again, like, it's only 10 minutes, but we'll talk about, what we can talk about. So, this opening scene is about 50-50. The first, 5 minutes of this premiere is actually with Daryl, which I think is the biggest shocker to me in this opening scene, is that the first character we see is Daryl. I was actually under the impression that this was going to start off with Carol. Not the case. It starts with Daryl first, and then we get to see a little bit of Carol. So, the first 5 minutes, basically, you've got Daryl that's training Laurent how to kill some walkers and stuff. You got Laurent that kind of talks about how home is what you make it type of thing. Doesn't matter where it is, it's what you make it, And it's kind of a good line for Daryl, you know what I'm saying? But we then get information from the leader of the Nest that apparently Falou, Emile, and some of the other people apparently got captured by Genet's people out in Paris. So now it's like a known war now, it's just a matter of time before she comes to the Nest. So Falou and Emile are captured, and we're going to have to see if Daryl and them are going to try to get them back. It kind of looks like that. It looks like we're going to get probably a pretty big fight, and obviously we know that they end up fighting Genet's people because she ends up crashing her vehicle later on in the episode. So there's that as well, too. But anyway, it was really cool because we get to see Daryl kind of as a important decision maker at the Nest. You got this guy, the leader of the Nest, it's like, like going through a painting or some stuff like that, It really feels like a Western mixed with, like, medieval times, you know what I'm saying? Because Daryl's kind of like a Western type character. Meanwhile, you got, like, the medieval with France and stuff like that, But they're making a game plan because Genet's going to come for the Nest, and they all know that for a fact. And you have a pretty interesting dialogue scene between Daryl and Isabel where Daryl's kind of like, I don't know if this is the place I'm supposed to be. I'm thinking about all the people that I left behind, and I'm wondering if they're still thinking about me. And that is exactly when we see Carol. So Carol is on the bike. She basically runs into the auto shop. She kind of sees it from a distance and stuff. And some of this we saw in a sneak peek, but some of it we didn't. She basically, like, goes up to them, and she's like, okay, so, like, where is this guy that had the bike, right? And he's like, well, what about the guy that, had it before Mick, And is he still around? He's like, oh, no, that Dixon guy? Oh, no, what an asshole, And she's like, okay, asshole or not, can you fix the transmission? He's like, oh, hell if I know. And she grabs the crossbow, and she has, like, 6 bolts in it, and she shoots one of them in the leg, which that was pretty gangster of her. And he goes down. They're like, okay, this lady's serious. And they fire back, and they actually ruin Daryl's bike, which I thought was crazy. So the tire's screwed on Daryl's bike. Carol has to take one of the vehicles. And she wrecks them pretty good, I'd say. Now, we get information from the guy that apparently France had this boat there for experimental walkers or whatever the deal was or whatever, but it's the only boat that these guys have seen for years. So in other words, they're basically telling Carol, like, your friend is gone. Like, your friend is gone. Like, there's no way he's getting back, And she's basically not accepting that. So she gets in the car, guys bleeding on the ground, stuff like that. Freaking gangster Carol move. And she looks at them and she's like, oh yeah, by the way, Mick, he's in a trunk. He's probably only got about a half hour left before he's dead, so you may want to go check up on that. So that was really cool. And anyway, she, of course, drives off, and she drives up to the coast, basically. And we see, like, the beach or whatever, and you see the ocean there, and she's basically standing there with a bunch of, like, wrecked ships and stuff like that, and she's trying to figure out how the hell she's going to get to France, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'd like to know, too, how the hell she gets to France. We don't get that yet, but it's going to be after the first 10 minutes. So, let me just say a few things. Cinematography in these opening 10 minutes are beautiful, absolutely incredible. The camera shots are great. And Carol is the standout for me. She was awesome in this opening 10 minutes. She was great. I loved seeing it. I love seeing badass Carol, gangster Carol, trying to get her friend back. And the Daryl stuff was good too. I like the setup. I like the dialogue and stuff. I thought it was a good way to open. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. The first 10 minutes were really solid, really set the tone for what kind of, episode this is going to be. I'm assuming the second that the camera pans up with Carol just staring at the ocean is probably when we'll get the new intro, which I'm assuming the new intro is going to be different. We're probably going to have some different environment shots. It's probably going to have a little bit of Carol in there, you know what I'm saying, because it is the Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, the Book of Carol, so obviously we'll have some Carol in there as well, too, somewhat, but man, I loved it. I loved every little bit of it. It was really exciting. It was really good. And in terms of this episode, I'm excited to see it. I'm definitely excited to watch it. And we did this for season 1, too, where Daryl was, like, walking around and stuff like that. We did get the first 10 minutes, I remember, of Daryl season 1. So I guess this is just kind of like a thing they're going to be doing for this show. Like, season 3 will probably do the same thing, stuff like that. But I'm glad they did it on Comic-Con Day, honestly, because it actually subverted expectations a bit, because I was kind of going into this like, okay, we'll get a Daryl trailer and then we'll get a Dead City teaser and that'll kind of be it. No, we got the first 10 minutes, so I'm seriously appreciative that they did that. And I'm definitely more excited for this season after seeing this, because I want to see how she gets to France. I want to see what this war is like with Daryl. I want to see what happened to Falou. I want to see what's going on with Codron. There's definitely some interesting plot lines going on, and I think the first 10 minutes kind of set the stage for what we're about to see. So, it's going to be really cool. I'm very excited for it, guys. Post comments down below. Let me know what you guys thought about the opening 10 minutes of The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, Book of Carol Season 2. We still don't know the name of this episode yet, so I'm just going to say 201. But there you go. Thank you all for watching. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click the subscribe button to not miss any other videos for The Walking Dead. Be back later for more trailers and more footage and all that stuff coming up later. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.